What's up guys, Michael here. So today I wanted to talk about the beta progress of iOS 13 because on my iPhone XS, iOS 13 is getting fantastic. So I think way back to June 5th, my birthday, when Apple unveiled iOS 13 and the first beta came out, that release was riddled with bugs and we've come so far in just 1.5 months since the release of the first beta. So here, Apple released iOS 13 Beta 8 today. There's not much new in this release. That's usually pretty common with a release so far down the line of betas. We usually stop seeing changes around Beta 5 or Beta 6, and that has been once again shown this year with iOS 13. We are once again at Beta 8, and we are only in August. So I think that iOS 13 might be one of the farthest stretching betas of any iOS version ever. And that does make sense because iOS 13 is indeed a huge release that brings a lot of major features and under the hood changes as well. So like I said today, Apple released iOS 13 Developer Beta 8. A little bit strange. They have iOS 13 Beta 8. They have iPadOS 13 Beta 8. They have watchOS 6 Beta 8, but macOS Catalina is still stuck on Beta 6. So now 2 generations behind in terms of the beta with macOS there. So maybe the macOS teams over at the Apple headquarters are having some slowdowns, having some issues. So I don't know why the latest beta for Catalina isn't coming out, but we are getting new betas for iOS 13. It feels like almost every week now. So my iPhone right now on iOS 13 almost feels like a Goldmaster build. I would say that if it weren't for a few bugs I'm having here and there. So the first main bug I'm having is inside the Mail application. I'm not going to open it because I have some confidential stuff in there, but whenever I open the Mail application, new messages are supposed to show up at the top, but instead, whenever I get a new message, they show up at the bottom. And there is no button that allows you to sort your messages. I guess that's just a bug in iOS 13, and it is still present in Beta 8, which is a little bit frustrating. And also inside my banking app here, I'll open it. I'll show you what happens when I scan for Face ID. If I open it, sign in with Face ID, it completely just crashes. So some banking apps that use facial recognition to sign in that have not been updated to work with iOS 13, they just crash. So that is kind of an issue. If you use iOS 13 on your main device and you use a banking application or pretty much any application that really needs to be secure from the developer, that may be an issue because any banking application on my phone, maybe except for one, doesn't work right now because of iOS 13. There are also a few other third-party applications such as the Disney application. Every time you open it, you get a really annoying pop-up telling you about the beta. So there are a few little things here and there about iOS 13 that just aren't perfect yet, and that's because it still is, of course, in beta. Developers do have to update their applications in order to support the new feature in iOS 13, which is twice as fast app launch. So if you don't know, with iOS 13, Apple is unveiling a new feature where they can now package developers' applications in the App Store and have them 2 times smaller, which means they will actually open on your iPhone twice as fast. People have been saying that this is now implemented in iOS 13. I don't think it is, however, because it is not out to the public just yet. In the last few betas, people have been saying that the twice as fast app launch is now present in the beta. With my testing, it doesn't seem like it is. I've been launching a few third-party applications like Instagram or Reddit here. I can launch Reddit. It doesn't seem like it's launching twice as fast to me. It seems like it launches just about at regular speed here on my iPhone XS. So I think when iOS 13 does come out, I think it's going to be probably September 12th is my guess for the final release of iOS 13. That is when we'll start to see Apple packaging the applications in the App Store with a smaller size. And then once that launches, you'll be able to update all your applications, and then they will launch twice as fast. So we can all look forward to that in iOS 13. And also one more thing that we can all look forward to coming in iOS 13 when the public version comes out is iMessage photo sharing. So before, this wasn't working. Even in the beta right now, I have other friends that are currently running iOS 13, the latest beta, and the photo that I have set up on my iPhone here just doesn't work. So hopefully when the final version comes out, people can start sharing these photos, because every time I look at someone's phone, they never have any contact photos in their messages. And that kind of makes the Messages application look a little bit sad. So as soon as everybody starts setting their Animoji as their profile picture, especially now in iOS 13, since you actually don't need a phone with Face ID to set one of these, everybody is going to be having these profile pictures on your iPhone. So get ready for when iOS 13 comes out. Everybody is going to be having these cute little Animoji characters as their profile picture in iMessage. So guys, I figured I would just give you a quick video keeping you updated on iOS 13. iOS 13 Beta 8 did come out today. I figured it wasn't worth a whole dedicated video just because I couldn't find one single change that was really worth talking about in the video. So I figured I would make this video instead, just giving you an update on the progress of iOS 13, which I am very impressed with. Apple has turned iOS 13 into a buggy mess from Beta 1 into the perfected version that it is today. So I'm very impressed with what Apple has done with iOS 13 so far. Also, something to potentially look forward to coming to iOS 13 is some new wallpapers might be coming to the Goldmaster version of iOS 13. So I say might be coming because I don't think Apple did this last year, but sometimes when they release the GM version, I remember, I think way back in the days of iOS 10 or iOS 11, when Apple released the Goldmaster of iOS 11 or 10, it was loaded with brand new wallpapers. And that was such a fun day because I always love getting new wallpapers installed stock on your iPhone. So hopefully come September, mid-September, Apple can bring us some new wallpapers instead of just the regular iOS 13 wallpapers that we have right now. So fingers crossed. You guys can tell me in the comments below if you are excited for potential new wallpapers coming to iOS 13. So guys, that was just a quick update video. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Mike, and I'll see you in the next video.